draw Olaf from Frozen and Frozen 2? If so, you are going to need something to draw on, something to draw with, something to erase any mistakes that you might make, and a marker to outline your drawing. And don't forget the crayons, the markers, the colored pencils, or the paint to add a very little bit of color to our Olaf. Grab all of those supplies and let's get started. Let's draw Olaf. So we are going to make our paper vertical just like Olaf. So we are going to have skinny on the side and tall down the middle. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to draw a curved line. Make a nice, tall, curved line. Then we are going to go in between this line and down just a little bit. And we're going to make kind of an oval shape. And then I'm going to go right below that oval and I'm going to make a curved line. And I am just below where I ended his head, but I want to go a little bit past that. I want to go out just a little further, not much further, just a little bit. And that's just for his big smile. That way we can make his cheeks up there. And then I'm going to go ahead and make his giant tooth here in the middle. Nice rounded rectangle there. And then we can go in and we can go from this corner. We're going to kind of curve in and down. Really big mouth. Kind of why Olaf's my favorite. He's always got something to say. Funny guy. At the end of his mouth, we're going to do two little curves, so one on each side. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go around where that part of his mouth is. And we're going to come down at kind of an angle. So we're going to kind of go with his mouth. So we're going to curve out and down at an angle. Look at that. All right, and then down here, and I'm just below his mouth. I'm not going much past his mouth there. We're gonna go ahead and do a curved line to finish off the shape of his head. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in his little hair sprigs here. Kind of one up in the middle and one out on each side. And this whole inside can be colored black. We can do that with a different marker. We don't need to use our Sharpie and waste it. We can color that in with just a regular marker. Now I'm going to go right below and I'm going to make two curved lines, kind of like parentheses. And then I'm going to go down below and do the same thing. So I'm going to make a curve underneath, and that'll be his top shape of his body. And then the bottom shape is going to be the same thing, but bigger. So I want to kind of leave maybe about a ½ inch at the bottom of the paper, so you can kind of curve these down until you just have a little bit of space left. Then I'm going to curve them together. And that little bit of space is going to be for his feet. So his feet are going to kind of come down at a little bit of a diagonal there going out. And then a curve. Now we got his 2 feet. Go ahead and add in his little polka dots here, which are white. His little dots on his body, they are not black like a normal snowman. So we've got boom, 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 but we can add some shadow around them. Now I'm going to switch over to my skinnier marker. I don't want my lines to run together. So if you have a pen, you could use a pen. And we're going to go ahead and draw in his first arm here. So we're going to make kind of like a angle, and then we're going to double that angle. So we're going to kind of match it. It's going to go right into the side of his body there. And his fingers are just going to kind of be 4 little rectangles here. So we have 1, 2, and they could be all different sizes. Try to make them look a little bit like fingers. So the thumb would kind of be shorter than the rest. 1 arm. We'll come over here and do the other one. So we're going to go ahead and have his arm out. We're going to come down with the thumb first, so rectangle down, and then this one we're going to kind of make a little bit more like fingers. We're going to have that one out and that one behind. That way it looks like he's waving at you. All right, now let's go up and finish off his face. So we are going to try to make our Disney eyes. So Disney eyes are very big. We're going to make them pretty rounded at the top. And then they're going to have a curved bottom. So curved bottom. Instead of being flat or being a full circle, they're going to have a rounded base. All right, now inside the eyes, so inside that shape, we are going to have a circle. Both eyes, circle. And inside that, a smaller circle. So he's looking over there because that's where I put his shine marks. You can have him looking wherever you'd like. Just depends on where you want to put your shine marks. So right up above this eye, I want to give him his eyebrow. And then right up above this eye, I want to give him his other eyebrow. Get our Olaf. All right, so I'm going to put away this marker and I'm going to grab my regular black Crayola. And that's what I'm going to use to color in the inside of his mouth. Oop. Then I go outside. Just remember, it's a little bit of a wider marker. Use that angle on the marker. That's how you color with a bigger area and a bigger marker. You only use the tip of a marker this big if you're coloring a straight line, a smaller area, and that's where you just need the very tip, but it will dry out if you are using the tip and not the side for bigger areas. So now I'm going to get orange, color in his little carrot nose here. I'm going to get a brown for his arms. I'm using a light brown. I didn't really want a dark brown. And this is a Sargent Art brush tip pen, but I love these for coloring. They kind of flare out a little bit at the bottom, depending on the amount of pressure you use. Depends on how your lines are going to look. So I really kind of like using these. All right, now I'm going to get a skinnier black marker to do his eyes because I definitely want to make sure that I'm staying inside my lines. I don't want to make it so I cover up. My tip on this isn't looking too good. I don't want to cover up any areas that need to stay white. So there's one eye. Let's go ahead and add in his other eye. And oh, look at that. Let's color in his eyebrows with the skinny marker that has seen better days. And then if you notice, the marker lines don't match. So around his eyes, they're not as wide as the rest of his body. So what I'm going to do now that I've drawn everything in is I'm going to go around the outside of that line to help kind of finish him off. And then I'm going to go in and add a little bit of shadow to bring him to life. And then we have ourselves a little Olaf. So easy on Olaf is we just need a gray because Olaf is white. So we are just going to go in with a little bit of gray to kind of add in a little bit of shadow. So around where his head would curve, we'll add a little bit of shadow there. A little bit around his cheek. And we can do both sides. I'm just gonna work on one side at a time. So I'm gonna go around here. And this is just helping give Olaf a little bit of form. So see how he kind of is coming to life now. He looks a lot more like himself, like the character from the movie, than just a flat doodle, because we are giving him a little bit of value. We're bringing him to life. That, my friends, is what is so much fun about doodling, is we get to create such fun little characters, or we get to make characters that already exist and just kind of bring them to life on our paper. So I'm going to add around the little bumps here where each kind of level of his body would connect. We definitely want a little bit of a shadow. Come down a little bit. And you can even add a little bit of a shadow around these little like buttons on his body, and a little bit of a shadow down by his foot. And then I am going to use a darker brown just to add a little bit of darker brown into his arm going down. But since his arms are so skinny and my crayon is a little thick, it does kind of wiggle outside of it. So look at our Olaf, isn't he cute? I had so much fun doodling him with you today. If you had fun doodling with me, please like, subscribe, and share the video. And I cannot wait to see you again next time. Have a great day. Goodbye.